Hey everybody, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at an Epiphone GR200. This specifically is a 200 ENA. Is the serial number there for you. I'll check and see when this guitar was manufactured, but it's a sturdy guitar. Looks very much like a solid top. I beg your pardon, it's a split top, but it seems to be of a solid construction. It's definitely had a good life. Got some wear on the frets, and not too worried about that. The nut looks good. A little bit of dirt inside, but we'll get that cleaned up. We earlier before shooting the video, actually did a restoration job. I'll put the picture in here, but we did a little restoration job on the saddle here. It's a little hard to see on this camera, but the pictures will actually show. We were actually able to completely remove all of the damage from just years of use. This guitar presented with a broken string, and so what I'm going to do today is go and see what else is actually not working correctly on this guitar. Alright, well, one of the first things that I noticed when taking things apart and doing the strip down and the cleaning, but I noticed as I moved the guitar around, the pickup jack, the 1/4-inch jack here, is sitting out the end. As you can see, the inside bolt, or the inside nut, sorry, is not present. And so what I'm going to do is show you how to do that. Do that the correct way, or well, I don't know if it's the correct way, but it's definitely the easy way to let's go and discover and see where that nut is. Let's have a little reach in here and fiddle around, see if we can feel a cable. Yep, we can. Alright, yep, I can feel those. If we look inside there, as the camera adjusts, you can see there is the nut and washers. Okay, so, and that goes to the little pickup unit. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to properly get this installed. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove, generally these covers, they have a couple little notches on them. Right here, you'll see here on the edge, there's a place here for your little spanner. I've got a little stainless set here. Let's open these up to the right size. The reality is these are almost always hand tight, but we're gonna install it so that they're not, so this won't come off and have any issues. We don't lose that part. So that's the cover. That just covers this portion here, which is the end. This is actually something you put on after the fact. So we're gonna take the washer and the nut off. There's a right way up and a wrong way up. There's the shiny side up. This side has a groove on it. That is the side that you want to go into the guitar. So we'll put that down. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to feed this back through without losing it. And the easiest way to do that, I just happen to have, this is actually just a cable for a headphone, but any very skinny size 1/4-inch jack will do. You feed the cable in, and then by reaching into the guitar, you'll be able to draw that through and out the other side. Now we can reach in and find the washer and the nut, and we're going to put the washer and the nut on. Wind it on there a little bit, out to there, I would think, because we have to have room for the whole back of the guitar and for this to poke out. Okay, now what we do is we draw that cable carefully back through, and there we go. Now you can come around the side here. You'll actually see that the jack of the guitar, the surface of the guitar is actually protruding. See that extra bit there poking out? That's actually what we're going to be bolting down against. So that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reach my hand in the guitar. I'm going to go ahead and feed the cable back in until I can reach that nut. Give it a little twist inside the body of the guitar and pull it back through. Not enough. I'm going to keep doing it till it's just barely below the surface of the wood. Alright, we're almost there. That's about on the surface, so just go a tiny bit more. And there we are. We're now below the surface. Now, what you'll see once I remove that, I'm going to keep my hand on the guitar to stop this from falling in. I'm just going to turn this and show you. What I've actually got here is I've actually got a hole punched through, and I will use that to tighten up the little nut and bolt set. So we're going to put a washer on. You don't have to worry about what's inside the guitar. That's fine. It's going to get tightened against this. We're going to put that with the ridge side down, shiny side or beveled side out. We're going to tighten that guy down there. And we're going to give this, alright, get our little screwdriver back through here a tiny bit. There we go. And then get our wrench. There we go, come on. That's it. Now we're really starting to grab the guitar a little bit more. There we go, now it's stopped. So we got grab on the guitar, but it's actually grounded out on the housing. Now that we finished that, we'll quite happily be able to add a little guy in the end here. Find the sides of this guy. Just a little nip up there. That'll stay nice and tight for the guitar strap. The only thing now left to do on this guitar is I'm going to quickly treat the fret. I use some Fast Fret Guitar Oil by GHS. This is going to, I already have used lemon juice to help draw out the finger oil and gunk that was inside. I'm now adding some Fast Fret oil back on the frets themselves. Let's close that up. Here's our little rag here. And just dab up and massage in any of the excess. As you can see, that matte finish is coming back, but this time it's nice and sealed with the oil. Alright, now we're going to go through the process of stringing. I'm going to be using D'Addario Phosphor Bronze EJ17 strings. So we're going to stick a set of these on. I particularly like D'Addario because it doesn't matter how long you've had your strings, they always come, they package them. The D'Addario strings are always packaged in a sealed plastic package, so not paper packet. That means that when I pull these strings out, they're going to be fresh. I also like the back of the pack has a color code, and the ends of the strings have color little ringlets on them on the ends of the strings. This helps you identify exactly which string is which. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to, on the end of this, is holding it with the that's round and flat that way, and then it almost feels like a little wheel this way. We're going to hold the little wheel, and then with our index finger we're going to just push a little bit so that now when I hold it sideways it bends. The reason we do that is we're going to place that top string. So there's our bend. We're going to place the bend facing down into the hole, just slightly in, and then we're going to put the string there, and then as we go down, and that string, so you notice the string's moving in, and then suddenly the plug's going down to the string. What happened is that little wheel moved out of the way. So now I'm able to seat that all the way down, and there's no way that can pull out. We're just going to use the winder on the, and now we want to be winding away from the basic guitar, so it turns the head that way. So we're going to line up that hole there. We're going to insert the string. Now, what you don't want to do is just pull the string taut and then start winding, because it won't have enough around the neck. So what I like to do is I like to put my hand under the string like this, and then I like to lift it a tiny bit more just to give enough play. So you should have a nice amount of play on the string. Then, whilst holding your thumb down, so you're holding it in the nut and there, what you're going to do is you're going to get your winder, you're going to start to turn, and you're going to be pinching with this thumb to keep the tension. Then once you get to the point to where it's back towards you, you pull the string up and bend it. Now, as we continue to wind this string, it's shrinking and shrinking on the guitar, but now as you can see it's made a complete wrap, and now it's coming for almost a second wrap, and notice it cranked on and pinched, and now the string is getting a little bit of tune. So we're going to leave it loose. We're going to go ahead and we're going to now jump down, and we're going to do the third or the fourth down from the top string. Okay, and then that one happens to be the green string or the G string. Same thing again, little bend. I get an end peg, I put her in the hole here, push down until that little guy moves to one side. There we go. Now, same again. We're turning the same. We're now turning towards. On the bottom of the card, you twist towards. So we're going to line that hole up so as it comes around, because we want these strings to wrap the opposite direction. Okay, so we're going to go in here. Same trick, hold the string up. Don't have to add so much this time round, but hold the string here. Now we're just going to start twisting away. Okay, pull up. The string stays out of our way. There we go, twist, 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 twist. And we're just going to keep winding this guy, winding this guy, winding this guy until we got several wraps. As it's pulling tighter and tighter and tighter. There you go. Oop, sorry. Get that in the right slot on the nut. There we go. There he is in the right slot on the nut. Okay. Actually, we normally like a little bit more on that guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little Gibson wrap here. So you tuck it back through the hole like this, and you're essentially going to tie a knot in the string, and that allows to guarantee that the string's not going to slip. Just means a little bit more of a pain in the butt when you come to take them off, but it is what it is. Okay, happy with the way that this one's sitting, so I'm going to trim it out of my way. My little cutter built in on the end of the guitar. So now we're going to move to the 8th string or the 5th string. Boom, boom, boom. No particular one matters. Once again, little wheel, good guy in there. Keep pushing it until all of a sudden that's sliding down. There we go. Here's the 8th string. I'm going to go a little bit quicker now just because I've shown you slowly how to do each one. We're going to now make sure that what we're doing is actually going to do the job. There we go. So it'll start getting its tension and it'll tidy that up. Okay. There we go. Okay, get this string. Now we're moving to the purple string. Or the B. 2nd string. Guys in. This guitar is going to sound a lot brighter. It's going to sound a lot fuller. I'll tell you that. I like lots of on these little last two here. I like lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of wrap because it makes the string definitely hold on well. There's a little bit more mass up here on the machine head. I'm doing it upside down. There we go, winding away, winding away. It's definitely going to wind a lot, but I'd rather have a lot more wrap on these little unwound strings. These are just raw strings. They're phosphor bronze coated, but they're not wrapped like the top 4. There we go, getting closer and closer. Now this is one of the strings that we did a lot of repair down here. So have a look, see it's not digging in anymore, it's got the ability to move around. That means we did a good job cleaning that up. Good. And then I'm happy with that. I'm going to pull it back on itself to make a little hook on the cord. There we go. Back to the center of the guitar, we're now going to go find the D. Once again, little bend. away. Go ahead and push down. Get this guy positioned right. Give yourself plenty of leader on the top. We'll wind it up. Get out of the way. Flip, tighty, lap us not lashed, but not least. The first string or the top or the bottom E, top in frequency, bottom in position. Once again, plenty of move on that saddle. We repaired that, and that was awesome being able to do that. There we go. Again, plenty of wrap, leaving myself plenty of room lifting up there, and then we'll wrap away. And plenty. We just keep wrapping that guy around, and just draw this string in. Draw these strings right in. Starts to wrap around the base of the base here. That's alright. It does happen. What we'll do is we'll just as we get tension on it, they'll start to see, it's got a nice wrap on there, plenty of string. Trim the extra off, hold the guys down, try not to stab your fingers. And now we're pretty well strung. So now what we're going to do is we're going to now stick a couple of batteries in here and see if this thing actually, see if I need to change the action at all. Looks pretty good. We'll see. Alright, so we've completed the stringing of the guitar. Now we're just going to go through and we're going to tune it up. This guitar actually does have a built-in tuner. There is a little pickup system and tuner just here, which we mentioned earlier. We're going to go ahead and come and have a look at this, because what we're going to do now is that going in, snapping into place. When I press tuner, on comes the power. Press tuner, on comes the power. So the power is on, the unit is actually working. I'm going to do this manually now. Alright, that's close. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do, now we got them all close, is we're going to do something a little counterintuitive to what you'd think. What you're going to do is you're going to take each string, okay, with the guitar laying down. I'm going to turn the tuner off. Then I'll waste the batteries. Go back down here. Okay, we're going to take the strings. We're going to put them in our fingers. We're going to put a thumb on the string here, and we're going to pull up on our finger and push down on our thumb. What we're doing is we're pulling on the string. We're stretching them. See, now it's gone too low. So what we're doing is we're stretching it out. We're seating it tight in here, and we're pulling it tight across the guitar, and we're doing the initial stretch. Because what happens is it makes it so that once you get it in tune again, it's then going to be stretched and ready to go. And to be honest, if your strings break at this point, they were going to break the first 5 seconds you played them anyway. Okay, now you keep doing it. Because each time you tune a string higher, it loosens off the others. Remember, you always tune up. Look down and see if we're going to need to make an adjustment. It looks very much like we don't need to make an adjustment. The neck is actually at the correct curve. We don't hear any buzzing. Yeah, once you play it a little bit, they will go slightly out of tune. Alright, we'll go and plug it in and see if the pickup works now that we got it all installed right.